I actually think Stacy, if she did do this, I actually think it's genius. I feel like she came in, she knows how to play the game. She knew she needed a storyline that was going to be compelling, and her ex-husband wasn't going to appear on it, or really play into it. Like hats off to her. I actually think Stacy's one of the best new housewives we have. I
She's
do.
she's great. I'm sorry, you guys, I had to step away. It just you know what? People like this part of the podcast.
They do.
You guys watch a damn show. You watch a
They
show. I mean,
do.
look at the juxtaposition of this. Here you are with real life that I actually am smelling smoke in Sag Harbor. We were just talking about the new podcast, the reality show for this. And now the place could be burning down. And meanwhile, we're talking about Stacey Rush paying someone to be her boyfriend. So, I mean, the juxtaposition of this, we couldn't have timed it better. Don't you guys like this? You're seeing real life. It is brilliant, Sarah, but not if Kempire is exposing it like 10 weeks in. I mean, aren't we supposed to choose people that really have stuff going on?
No, that ship has sailed.
Okay.
None of them have anything going on. That's why people always say, and I used to say too, oh, I'm a reality show. I'm a reality show. But once you get in the production side of things and you pay, like to actually be a reality show is very hard. You have to have multiple characters, people that are willing to participate, people who's and the best reality TV people are people like the Thousand Pound Sisters or the Housewives back in the day when it was unprecedented and they weren't conscious about what they were doing. It's too late now because there's nobody out here in America that hasn't seen a reality show. It just there isn't. So people know the game now. And so it's
Hmm.
just there's just going to be a level of you have to suspend. It's like WWE wrestling. You just have to suspend you just have to know that that it's not real.
You love that season one, Gina Keo, Joe DeLaRosa,
Oh my
where
God. I
we're
used to
like doing our own
love.
makeup and we're in True Religion jeans and big crosses with our boobs hanging out, big like wife beater t-shirts with the big cross on it. You love that OC
Oh my
season
God.
one.
And Gina Koff's horrible marriage to Matt, made me like want to marry a Major League Baseball player. He was so despondent. And I was obsessed with Gina Keogh's
And
boys. Like who was
Shane,
the oldest one? Oh, he's so hot.
Shane. Oh, I
He was
wanted to take
such a
him down,
douche.
baby.
Oh
I
my God, he
wanted to
was so
take him
awful.
down. So what else you got here? Yeah,
Well, let's
what
talk
is
to me about
Bethany?
Bethany. Do we believe this? Here we go again. Do we
Here we
even think
go.
this is true? I mean, so
What
Bethany
does she
Frankel,
say?
I've been obsessed with the Blake Lively Justin Baldoni. I think this is one of the biggest cases, one of the truly biggest entertainment cases we have seen in a long time. Amber
Ever?
Heard,
Bigger? Yeah. Is it bigger than Amber Heard and
no,
Jeff?
I think Michael Jackson, the sexual abuse allegations were I think that was a turning point for America because I just don't think, that was like nobody could believe somebody that big could potentially do that, like that was
Hmm.
really bad.
Hmm.
um so that was a big turning point. Let me think, what was it? OJ Simpson, of course, one of the biggest
Ah,
entertainment cases back
huge.
in the day. I think that
Menendez.
mm,
But now that's not really so why do you first of all what is going on with Blake and Justin? Can you give us you're the
Yeah, let
resident
me give you, okay,
expert.
why is this story so big? Well,
Hmm.
even Johnny Depp's lawyer, Benjamin Chu, who won him in that Virginia courtroom against Amber Heard. He's even called this probably one of the most fascinating entertainment cases because nobody at this point can really pinpoint the motivation. Nobody, and
Hmm.
truly, a lot of people feel that Baldoni and Lively's careers are over, no matter what. Now,
Really?
Ryan Reynolds, yeah, 100%,
And
100%.
they don't, we're not in that motivation of Blake's public appearance, public persona was that she was a bitch and she wasn't in favor and she was promoting her own stuff and it wasn't doing well. And that we're not using that as the motivation anymore,
No,
that she,
that very well, her and Ryan's
okay.
narcissism and control may be the complete motivation for this. But, nobody can there's just so many layers to this that usually aren't there. The latest is Blake Lively's side has asked for an extension to add more things to their lawsuit. Now, this is at first a lot of people saw this as a oh, this is bad, they don't have anything. Lawyers have said this is very, very common. The Wayfarer Baldoni side has already done this, asking for an extension and amending your lawsuit. Very, very common, especially in these high stakes cases. And in fact, what it may indicate is that she is really buttoning up her case and really going to get all her I's dotted, T's crossed, all the evidence there. What that basically means is she wants an extension till March 5th to file additional things. And then Baldoni and Wayfarer side will have until March 20th to respond. Okay, so very, very standard. The other thing is, just kind of the intertwining things of it. An interview has surfaced from Blake Lively doing a Forbes interview about women and women in business, and she essentially says that she will come onto a set, she'll be hired as an actress, but she really needs more validation, more ownership of a project. And so she will come into that project and she will begin to insert herself in scripts, in wardrobe, and some directors like it and some feel very bamboozled. She basically uses these words, very bamboozled because they hired her to be an actress. It's like, no shit, you idiot. Yeah. And how fucking offensive that you want to come on to somebody's set. They've taken all this time to write this script. And, people that direct and act, I mean, everything means something, even though to us, we're like, okay, is this good or not? And she will come in and insert herself. So this is going viral, showing her personality. And the thing is not many people have come out in support of her, period. You know, I mean, people she went to high school with have come out with negative things. Now, the other thing, and then we'll get to how Bethany is now involved in this. Baldoni did his first interview on Gents Talk podcast. Now, Gents Talk podcast is kind of a feel good men's show. And Baldoni, the problem with Baldoni, I think, my armchair opinion of him, is he's one of these guys that really wants men to be more vulnerable and cry and open. And he wants to get rid of the toxic masculinity and that men are really showing up for women around the world and other men. And I just feel like he wants all these vulnerable things, but he's not good at reading people. And sometimes, especially this in corporate, being vulnerable, right? We would love if all our bosses were vulnerable and honest, but you can't really always do that in corporate. It's a very high stakes game. It's cutthroat. And by the way, this, you've been a high level business owner. People's paychecks rely on you. So to be this like vulnerable, open, asking people their opinion on everything, you really can't always do as a leader. And I think that's really truly his Achilles heel, is he wants people to open up and all this stuff. And then he found Blake. He didn't do his research on her. He's not good at reading her. And she clearly states she loves to come on, take over, have ownership, have validation.
I saw
She and
that.
Ryan, I think, saw a weakness